Then I come in and basically tell you guys, welcome to map number 2 here at ETF2L Season 15, week number 2, as we have Did I Stutter in the red going up against the Furbo Pandas in the blue, where the Furbos took the first map 7-2, and now with Did I Stutter trailing, now they're gonna have to try and win Granary. First middle goal live, both Elmans are here, and look at that reactive middle, they're not doing anything here, Spin, look at that.
Yeah,
no one is doing anything.
Both teams playing a really careful mid, and the first frag goes towards, sorry, it goes to Sideshow goes down in the first frag, what am I trying to say? And having said that, the players all just come in after that, and then the reactive middle kicks in, and they get the couple of frags, they get a couple more, and it's just a demo man up now. So as much as Sideshow went down, and then Did I Stutter thought they had the big advantage, and they went aggressive, and that's exactly what Furbo Pandas were waiting for. That aggression to come in for them to clean up, and you know they did it perfectly. They had a bit of a disadvantage with Sideshow being down, which unfortunately didn't help them with that. But somehow they managed to pull, come up with the goods when they needed to. Permzilla just going trying to make something happen, trying to force the medic or so on, but not getting anything done. Gets taken down nice and easily by the soldier of Furbo Pandas.
Zub already with 4 kills next to us there, right? The guy's an absolute monster. I think we called him MVP on pretty much both maps on Monday as well, and now obviously he's showing the goods once again here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a force to be reckoned with. If Furbo Pandas makes it to Prem after this season, he's going to be showing his face around there against the big boys. Uber comes in from the right-hand side now. It's the last double scout down man push. Soldier gets shot down though. Is it going to be enough for the Did I Stutter to hold on to this? You bet your ass it is. Just there's immediately 3 frags coming into their way. 4, 5 frags as Buttnose goes absolutely mental. And Shifty, the last player to stay alive, but he's going to get chased out, I can tell you that. Let's see if they manage to catch a hold of him. No, because Zub, obviously, who spawned after he got sniped to death, he's already there. But that's a great turnaround for Did I Stutter.
What I didn't realise is that they didn't even have an Uber for that, so now they have Uber and second point. So that was a really favourable exchange with Did I Stutter. They have complete control going into this this mid push. They're coming in quickly from the kitchen where they know it's the shortest route. Sideshow bombing in, cannot find the medic, with Furbo coming up with the goods, takes the medic down. He did that more than once to me in the warm-up game, and yeah, he's just showing what he's capable of. Sniper for Colony, of course, Highlander.
Yeah. Now Furbo's a very deadly sniper. Like, if you want to talk about deadly snipers in the game, Furbo is going to be the guy you want to mention in that. Very known sniper in general throughout the entire community, showing why he's as good. Hitting, like, it wasn't even a very difficult shot. I was looking at him at the time. No difficult shot whatsoever, but not missing. That is probably what separates a good 6v6 sniper versus a bad 6v6 is that you make the easy shots.
Yeah,
that's
it's
exactly
just consistency. So it gone from a completely lost-looking situation where they're coming in with the Uber and lots of people would have been caught out. And as we say that, Permzilla coming with the return kill, showing that he can keep up with the best. So yeah, well played for him. Both medics getting taken down, and that's going to save them the last point. They had a really big disadvantage, and yeah, Permzilla just equalising that again as Furbo did in the mid push.
You gotta be kidding me! Two medpack Uber snipes already, like with both medics having Uber. Oh, we're gonna be this map is gonna be great. It's been hard looking forward to this, where we just see a lot of sniper picks already coming in here at the start, especially on medics. Obviously, the high-profile targets for those snipers. And whilst the situation looked very favourably for Did I Stutter, and then he got turned around. Now it is the exact opposite way, and guess what? Furbo is dead. You want to have a guess at what he's going to play? Scout. He's not going to play sniper.
He knows this time he doesn't have the time to set up a sniper shot like he did on the last one. So he's just going to come in and try and play, like, you know, man up and play with his team. But they're just going to back out. They know that this point's already lost. They didn't have the presence to try and force the Uber. And unfortunately for them, they're going to have to back up. But having said that, they've now essentially equalised an Uber advantage by managing to get the charge up on Shifty. So on second point, they have a decent position ready to just defend this. I think the medic for Did I Stutter is coming in from grass, so they're looking to just make this a slow push. And although the bomb comes in from Wolf, it's not really a fully committed bomb. The Uber comes out now, and now they will commit. Shifty just trying to milk his Uber, holds it on for an extra couple of seconds, although in that Sideshow goes down, which is a big problem for them. And the medic is really caught in.
He's perfect. He didn't even get shot once. I'm so surprised. I guess there were just more favourable targets right there for the Furbo Pandas, but they're getting cleaned up completely. And that was a little bit of a weird strategy. From what I saw there, Did I Stutter walked in, and whilst everyone walked out, Fenrir stood on his own on the point doing a dance, having some tea, and he didn't get focused till the very, very end, but obviously everyone from Stutter jumped over, helped the guy out, and just cleaned up bit by bit. And now with Hilda and Such already going down, the Reds are going to be looking to get their first victory, basically, like the first virtual victory throughout this entire game as they pick a 1-0 lead. They pick up the first lead in this entire game so far. Very well played by Stutter.
Yeah, it's absolutely what they needed to come out in the second map after, you know, a big loss, which didn't really reflect, like we said, didn't reflect the flow of the game. So to come out with the first round win really will send them in good stead. They're going to feel good about that, and yeah, they'll take them onto the second middle.
Let's have a little bit of a look here. Are both teams going to just have a standoff again? Or is any of the teams going to prove and say, you know what, yeah, look, gonna have a standoff again. You know, one scout is going aggressive, Butnose gets shut down by Rock and Furbo, very well played. But that is pretty much it. Sideshow now coming in, gets shut down immediately. But we've seen that the first round, and immediately straight afterwards, the Furbo Pandas come in. This follow-up after Sideshow is very nicely done by the Furbo Pandas, very clean. Sideshow dies, but he says, team, thank you very much, I've done my job, now it's your turn. Clean up straight after him, Zub and Hilda picking up the frags, and they're gonna move straight on. Uber advantage is not there though, but they're gonna pick up 2 points for free.
Fenrir has actually just been like isolated from his team there, and he's still not got the Uber because of that. But he will get it before the push comes in. Actually, on that middle, they, like we say, both teams playing really casual and defensive again. But the Furbo Pandas had a way superior positioning. So if Sideshow bombed in, he knew that his team had the better positioning and that he could force a lot of pressure onto them. Hildreth bombing on, I think this is just they're going for a suicide strategy to try and force the Uber, but they've done this all wrong, and they've not forced the Uber. They've lost 3 players, and well, Sideshow got taken down really late, so I don't know what they were really trying to achieve there.
The second point here, I doubt it. Like, they can try and they can hold on for a little bit, but it's still going to be a 6 versus 5 here, right? You can see they're going to hold, but Sideshow only now spawning, and I don't think he's going to be able to make that fight. It is technically a 6 versus 5. If they want to make something happen, they have to make it happen now. But Wolf landing a ton of damage onto that grass area, and unless the Furbo Pandas can pull a miracle play out of the bag, this is not going to work out well for them whatsoever. Still a 4 versus 4 though. Both scouts alive, and Sideshow going absolutely massive on the flank as he picks up a double. Funkadelic and Line is turning it around though. Get 2 in exchange. And Shifty, really the clear man here. He's going to be the guy to watch as he finds his buddy Rock. They're going to build off that Uber as fast as they possibly can. And I would not be surprised to see them just drop all the way back, because this middle is not even capable by just 2 players there.
Yeah, Linus isn't going to go for it. I thought he might just go for a bomb and try and pick him off, but it kind of works. I mean, the idea of trying to force the Uber onto last is because your spawns are so quick as the attacking team. You get all your spawns to defend second with your Uber, so it kind of happened with them, apart from this Uber v Uber, and what crucially went wrong for Did I Stutter was they waited on the point too long. So they took a long time to cap it, and then when the cap finally came out, they had the aggression come in from Sideshow on the flank, Zub as well, and they just managed to get the frags they needed. So waiting on that point is really what you don't want to do when you're trying to cap second. You need to make sure that you cap the point quickly, and then move ahead of it onto grass and force them out through the choke point.
Let's have a little bit of a look. How are they going to try and hold this? They're going to hold it out of position, but with Zoop down, it's basically MVP. Look at that shot onto Hildred. He has to get Ubered immediately. Point gets capped though. How is that going to favour the Furbo Pandas here? Sideshow's all the way out. I like that play from the English soldier right there. So now the pressure comes out. Furbo Pandas laying down the pain all over Did I Stutter as they get 1, get 2, and the Supersaw comes in for 3. And Sideshow's going to be able to pick up 4 and number 5. And Permzilla himself, he's going to try and hold on, but as Furbo picks up that frag, it is a 1-to-1 equalizer. Very clearly, very clearly, Furbo Pandas, they know when to push, Spin. They know when they have to advance, and they know when they have to go completely bonkers, and when they have to sit back.
Yeah, it was really important for them to get that, really important for Did I Stutter to block that point with the Uber, and they came in, they'd committed so many players, and then when you don't get that cap, you always have to be a little bit worried. There's always a bit of doubt in the back of the mind of like Scout getting behind and trying to back cap or whatever, and it really ruins your push. Seeing a lot more of an aggressive middle this time. 2 soldier bombs come in, Wolf picks up Hildriff and gets taken down in the process. Funkadelic can go down and return for Did I Stutter. So it's pretty much an equal mid, just trading players left, right and centre, and it's just going to come down to who wins the DM at the end. And Permzilla goes down, Fenrir backs off. And I guess it's kind of smart. They knew they wouldn't be able to sync up with Permzilla, so they just backed off. Try and charge you, but make sure you can defend second. Having said that, Shifty and Zub are already fast onto second point, and Sideshow trying to make something happen, trying to get a little bit further forward. No, he's just going to back up, make sure there's cap secured with his pain trainer.
Okay,
they get second when it was equal Uber. So fair play to them, and they've pushed them all the way on to last. So I think we're going to see more of the same bombing strategies come out, but maybe they need to be. Even though it did work out last time.
We saw this on Monday like 5 times as well, Spin. They suicide Hildred. That's not a lot of teams do this, but they suicide the Demo Man, a soldier, and sometimes a second soldier. Let's see what's going to happen, because I'm quite sure they're going to play the suicide strategy again. Just having a look. Sidra sitting on the left. Hildred as well. And it looks like... No, Hildred's going to spam. 2 soldiers and Hildred spamming. That seems to be... And they do get the force, actually. That is very well played. They didn't even have to resource that Demo Man out of that one. And this is a much better cleaning strategy, or a much better suicide strategy from the Furbo Pandas than the first time around.
That was actually a really smart bomb. Like Sideshow, I think it was Sideshow, came in from bottom, just jumped straight up in the air, and while everyone was watching him, Shifty drops the Uber, Wolf with a massive shot, and the whole point of that strategy is to use your Uber to defend second. So, well played from Wolf, but Shifty really needed to make sure he didn't drop that Uber. It's a bit of a shame. He tried to surf, and he thought he'd escape it, but Wolf with a great rocket hits him square against the wall. So. Yeah, like I was saying, the bomb came in from Sideshow, who just jumped straight up in the air, and while they were all looking at him, heavy shooting him, Zoob came in from the top right and forced the Uber. So his jump was purely distractional, and it was yeah, a really great play from him. But obviously, it's a bit unfortunate. Now Shifty's dropped his Uber, and we're back to a similar situation with it. This time with Did I Stutter having the Uber advantage, but Snake Water is notoriously.
I don't know if they know how clear the advantage is, right? Because they have one. And it looks like they are going to push this, but they need to be there in less than 5 seconds. And it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to walk through that bottom area. I like that spot from Zoop. It's not going to work out, though, but I liked it. Can I just say that? As Wolf and Funkadelic actually both pick up 1 pick each. And Shifty not even close to having it, actually. 85%. Furbo's on his way to last, though. He picks off Linus. They're just going to stack the point, though. And Furbo's not going to be able to make a play onto last, because Linus actually made sure he wasted more than enough time in order to make that happen. You see everyone for Furbo Pandas, look how far back they are. Funkadelic, you gotta be careful, man. If you walk into stickies, you're dead. You're a little bit disbanded. Uber gets forced off. And that is great play from Did I Stutter. They need to make sure they don't lose more than 2, though. That 2 is like the magic number in this scenario. They gotta make sure, and they lose no players whatsoever, except for Wolf, as I say that. Furbo not coming in from the back, technically didn't lose a single player. Very well played by Did I Stutter.
Furbo Pandas, though, they know that it's a soldier vested scout that they've lost. The bomb comes in from Linus, takes down Zoob, and the medic's just completely isolated here on grass. He's really, really caught out with 1 soldier behind him and 2 scouts ahead, and he gets taken down. So that's a full team wipe for Furbo Pandas, and the aggression from Linus really key on that. If he hadn't bombed at the time he did, the aggressive, Zoob, Pocket Soldier would have been able to come in with his medic. The players on the point would have had heals, and yeah, it would have been way stronger for him. Furbo again on the sniper, just trying to see if he can make something happen, try and get a pick on the medic, on the demo. He's already lined up the shot, but he's been cool. The medic won't walk into it. Permzilla gets taken down. Great shot from him, but
he walks it.
It's more like a consolidation.
Oh, Funk as well. Funk gets a headshot as well.
And another one. Furbo,
Jesus Christ, Furbo, 3 in a row. They just need to back out. I think Did I Stutter, the best thing they can do is abort and get the hell out. It looks like that's what they're going to do. It's a very smart decision. I don't think you see a lot of teams make that decision successfully. They are being forced, though. Can they pick off that one? Can they pick up that soldier? There you go. It's a 6 versus 4, and against a team like Furbo Pandas doesn't have Uber. Did I Stutter knows this. I think they're going to pressure this even though their Uber just got forced.
Yeah, that was a little bit of an awkward push. They were trying to push with their Uber advantage, and then they lose 3 players, and they're not sure whether to still continue with the Uber push because they know they still have the Uber advantage, or just to back off. And they kind of used the Uber and backed off, so they got the worst of both worlds in that situation. Permzilla going down again. That's going to trigger the Furbo block, I think. They know that they have the Uber advantage, and they're just going to try and bully them out. I don't think they'll have to use it here. They just know that they can take command of the point without really having to do much. So just you know, with the presence of that Uber advantage, it's just going to make them back off.
Like, they need to be fast. Like, it's 75% onto Fenrir already. They might actually feel like holding this. They're checking the top first, right? Like, it's 85% pick onto Rock. Did I Stutter? I think is not going to dislike this scenario spin. I think they're going to fight for this.
Yeah, Uber on mid now. Although they have to use their Uber early to defend it, which isn't great for them. Having said that, Buttnose gets the pick on Furbo, which is really crucial for them. Soldier goes down for Did I Stutter, and the medic is completely caught out. So Zoob going to take him down. And in response, the flank comes in. Linus takes 1, Buttnose another, and Funkadelic's picking up Shifty, the medic. So it's just clean-up time. It's clean-up time. Zoob takes 1 and gets taken down in response. And are we going to see a 1v1? Some MGE scout on mid?
I'm looking at Rock. Rock and against his buddy Buttnose at the moment. Let's see, can Rock do it as the buddy Linus comes in? The buddies, Buttnose and Linus managed to do it barely. Look at how close that cap was actually almost done. Barely did it manage to happen. As Furbo's going to try. Is there any sort of way I can? No, he sees there's no way, and the Swede is actually going to drop out of there.
That was good communication from them, because you could see how he didn't want to go in straight away with the the attempt on the scout. He waited until Linus was ready, but just waited long enough to ensure the cap was blocked. But as I say, Furbo just doing great work. Takes down the demo.
Here comes the crit streak, 100% crit streak onto Shifty. He's going to walk in right now with the Dillman. Here comes the crit sticky. Oh my god, it's going to hit straight onto Wolf. Firmzilla is going to be the lightning rod. He's going to jump in, get shot down. It is a 4 versus 1 exchange. Shifty going down is not a problem whatsoever there for the Furbo Pandas. They're not going to mind the fact that he died, because it's a free pass back to Arnold Uber. That's probably what we're going to see. Fenrir, the last man standing. You can build your all you want, but you have no one actually there. And the second point is going to be picked up a film. Or are they going to actually block this? I think they're too late. No, they're actually in time, Spin. I'm very much so impressed that they managed to block that. Let's see, 10% now. Onto Shifty, 10-20% or so. Both teams pretty much on equal Ubers. Both teams, as I said, free pass back to the Medigun. Both teams now 35%. We're going to have a very sort of equal side. Forcer trying to get picked off though, but Fenrir goes down first as Zubin Hildred managed to get the spam onto the medic there. Rock gets taken down, and look at the aggression coming out. Firmzilla picks up 2. Is he going to be able to make that 3 onto Shifty, or is the Saw going to come in? Firmzilla doesn't get the pick. Furbo gets taken down by Buttnose. Here comes the Soldier. 28 HP onto Shifty. Barely stays alive still. But still, with Buttnose alive, you gotta be careful. Oh, here he comes up the side. Gets 1, gets 2. Great play from Buttnose. And he manages to get the 2 shots on the Shifty. I cannot believe he did that. And suddenly, out of nowhere, because that single pick from Buttnose, he manages to do it. And that is very impressive there from the player from, I think, the UK. I'm 99% sure Buttnose is from the UK. But I want to give credit to the countries where the credit is due, ladies and gentlemen. That's the way it is. As right now we're going to be able to see the Furbo Pandas in a sort of advantageous scenario. Obviously the scoreline still, ladies and gentlemen, keep that in mind. The scoreline is still 1-1. So we can see the Furbo Pandas with a slight Uber disadvantage. Did Fenrir pick up the crit streak? I doubt it. At 75% now. Getting ready to rock and roll here immediately onto this middle area. 90% of them right now. And unless some sort of sticky trap is going to rain disaster over them, we're going to be able to see Fenrir and his team pushing into mid right now. Shifty, you got to drop back, man. Here they come. Did I stutter? Slowly going to move into their way. We're going to have to wait and see if this is going to be successful. No Uber's used so far, but I'm quite sure the Furbo Pandas are going to walk in onto this one. And as soon as Sideshow bombs and goes down, we can see the rest coming in. And Fenrir actually dropping that Uber. Gets shut down, and well played by the Furbo Pandas for picking him up. Picks up Wolf in the process as well. And I think that is the second, like the 4th drop already between these 2 medics that we've seen. Twice the snipers and twice the rockets, but somehow, some way, Shifty again gets taken down. Well played to the scouts. Right there from Did I Stutter twice in a row. Do they manage to catch that Swifty in an unbelievable position? And while Funkadelic is going to try and block the second point, it is not going to work out for them. As Furbo manages to pick up the kill, Furbo Pandas again in a prime lead to see if they can make it a 2-1 at this moment in time. It's going to take them a while to actually build this Uber. We're going to have to wait and see exactly what's going to happen, Spin.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, some technical issues on my end. What did I miss?
You didn't go anywhere. You were here the whole time.
Was I? Well, I wasn't. My internet definitely went down, so...
Damn it! Just talk along! I did it all myself. It's okay, don't worry about it. I knew you were gone.
Yeah, no rounds, just
no rounds.
Going on to the last
Fenrir dropped Uber, that's all I can tell you.
That's a bit unfortunate, but...
Like, Shifty still went down, Buttnose got an insane double, and both teams now regular Uber. We're going to see Hildred and his 2 soldiers suiciding into last. That's what I can tell you.
Yeah, I guess it's just the same strategy. I mean, it works. It's a really strong strategy for last point, and they're going for the force, but he holds on to it. He knows what he needs to do, Fenrir. He goes down to 55 HP with a scout on him, and he still manages to hold it. So, massive falls from him. Good man. And, yeah, he knows that he needs to hold the Uber, because the only thing they're trying to achieve there is to force it. And, in fact, if he knows that they're trying to do that, for me, I think he should be a little bit closer to the spawn door, but that's just for me. So, he manages to keep his Uber, and yeah, we're just going to go back to probably a similar situation. This is the horrible thing about this strategy and the favourable spawn times, is that they can just keep doing it over and over again, and it's really hard to push out.
So far so good, and I can tell you they're going to keep on suiciding in until it works. That's kind of how the strategy works. It's been sort of the new flavor on Snakewater. This is the way you push Snakewater last. I'd even choose a pick class, which Rock has done, but he gets shot down. And now I'm 99% sure now Rock has gone down, they're just going to send in 2 soldiers again. And see if they can get the pick through that way. Permzilla himself picking up that rifle, Butno's picking up the heavy weapons guy, obviously to lock down soldiers as much as possible. We'll have to wait exactly how this is going to pan out. Sideshow tried something, got shot down by the Swedish Wolf.
There's actually Wolf coming in from the bottom, so he came in and caught him off guard, just watching his right side. He gets a nice couple of rockets on him and finishes him off with a 3rd. So yeah, they have the player advantage, but like I say, it's just so hard to push out, especially now that Furbo Pandas have a heavy on the 2nd. So I think with the heavy, that we're going to see either the Uber coming from the right side, or we're just going to see them try and milk it on the left, and that's what they're going to go for. So try and get this heavy in as far as they can. They've actually just opted to not heal the heavy at all. So Uber ahead of the heavy and just make him space, which they've done really well. The Uber comes out very late from Fenrir, which is good for him. And yeah, as a result, they managed to get down heavy and a further pick on Furbo. So they will be looking to push with this. It's equal Ubers, more or less. Shifty with a 20% advantage as a result of Ubering earlier. And are they looking to? No, I thought Furbo Pandas might be trying to go for a sneaky back up from the left side.
Sideshow was on last, and the Furbo Pandas are like completely gone out. They were looking, Spin. You were correct. Like they were looking, and they were like, they decided not to. In the very end,
I'm actually really surprised they gave that up. Like they had Soldier and Demo up, and that's a great pick from Furbo again. He knows his sightlines so well that he's picking up these frags all the time, and you know, fair play. He's doing great work for his team and keeping them in these fights when it looks like they have the disadvantage, and then suddenly bang, they're just way back in with the advantage. Hildra actually dropping during the Uber there for Shifty. And you know, Hildra's going to be thinking, Shifty,
it's going to save him last, I guess.
You just dropped me on this Uber, so
I think it's going to save him last. Like right now, they can push the last. They can try and get Fenrir down, but I don't think there's any way they're going to be able to actually cap this. Like Hildra's not there. They do not have the point pressure. They take the Delman out of the fight though, but they're overextending Shifty. No way, Jose, that this guy's going to be able to stay alive. Look at that! How the hell is he still alive? The German medic just rushing his way out of there. Did not get focused whatsoever, but a good hold by did I stutter? You gotta be honest, I actually stuttered when I said that. Did you hear that? That was great. As we can see Butnose and the rest of his team slowly moving their way around that 2nd point. We see especially the scouts putting up a lot of pressure. Premzilla gets the double. Great play from that guy. Both Hilda Shifty goes down. Fenrir goes down as well though. And Medic's just dropping all over the place today.
Yeah, they just got flanked. I don't know why they were waiting so long in that side. Maybe they thought they hadn't been seen or something, I'm not sure, but the scouts came around behind them, applied the pressure while they had the spam from the front, and yeah, picked up 2 players. Although having said that, scouts, 2v2 scouts, and yeah, Furbo and Rock coming out massively on top there. So looking to fight this 3v3, it's Medic and Scout. 1 scout goes down though, so yeah, I think they're just going to back up and just recycle. So surely they're going to try and defend this. I don't know why they would let them have this cap for free. Yeah, they're on top. So they have 2 soldiers and Medic just come in. They know they can just apply a bit of pressure. They don't need to apply too much. Sideshow coming in for a big bomb. And a little bit unnecessary. I don't think he really needed to go for the Medic force. And
like this is the thing. They need Sideshow there. They have crits. You don't need, like, is Sideshow going to spawn in time? I doubt it. I doubt it, actually, because it's 70%. Like, they're not fully building. You can see Fenrir's keeping up at the moment. They're keeping up all right on the Uber percentages. Fenrir might be caught off a little bit here. Let's take a look at Hildred as this crits is almost going to hit. I'm switching over. Am I too late? I'm not too late. Saw room, but Fenrir 96, 97, 98, 99. They're fine. And the Purbos have not been building as often as it should. Here comes the crits, though. Not going to hit anyone just yet. And Hildred missing 4 crit stickies in a row. Only aimed 2. Let's be completely honest there. But with the counter Uber getting popped off, maybe Did I Stutter's out of position here. I'm not 100% sure.
That was actually like really quick trigger finger from Fenrir, but it's the soldiers. The soldiers are doing so well for Furbo Pandas. You see them just like above the Uber as the Uber comes in, and they just wait and waste out the time. And as soon as the Uber comes off, they drop like a nice 2-3 frags. Medic goes down, and they have a massive advantage now. Push on to last. Surely, yeah, the scouts already on last, so Wolf under pressure straight away. Bomb comes in, Zoob on the point, yeah, single cap, and they take the round. So yeah, it's just superior positioning in DM on that push. So knowing that they had the Uber and to not push would give them the crits advantage, they decided to push in and, you know, with the tail end of their Uber, and it was just dealt with very well by Furbo Pandas. They split up, made sure that they couldn't, that Did I Stutter couldn't get any picks, and yeah, just collapsing on them afterwards. And great play from the soldiers, like I say.
Let's see if Did I Stutter can pull themselves back. We've seen them do it on map 1. Once, not twice. This is still their first life, though. Let's see if they can do it. Look at the aggression! Oh my god! The reactive middle, though, comes out. It is a 3 versus 2 exchange. It is not too bad, as now it's a 3 versus 3 exchange. You can see everyone just rushing back from Did I Stutter. The medic is down, though. And that might be something Did I Stutter can work with. The reactive middle came down, but that was after Shifty had dropped to the floor. And I wanted to say this earlier, Spin, but imagine you're in Did I Stutter's shoes right now. You might have been, actually, this season. I cannot recall exactly the round lines in your games, but you come back on Gully Wash and you lose out on momentum for a second time. Now, you do well for 25 minutes, and then suddenly, due to one sniper pick or one incredible play from the enemy, you get 2-1 down with 5 minutes left on the clock. And now again,
that's really what they can't afford. So
that's
Sideshow
momentum,
just hiding on the top. He comes in, drops one rocket from really high, fires the second one when he's really close, and it's just a perfect drop. Like there's no time to react between the 2 rockets. So Sideshow with a fantastic bomb takes the medic down, and it's really unfortunate for him that he wasn't called. He jumped over like 3 players.
To hear or see him coming.
Well, what can I say? Sideshow with a great pick, and with only 3 minutes remaining, this is exactly what Furbo Pandas want again. So they're going to have an advantage pushing into last for a start. If they don't get this round though, like on Snake Water turtling outside the last point is incredibly viable. So 3 minutes remaining, and like, they'll push, but they don't even need to if they don't want to. So 3 minutes, and if they just sit and milk this, which I think would be the smart thing to do.
They're not doing it.
No, they're actually going to push. So like they want to give the viewers what they want to see, and the Uber actually hasn't achieved a great deal. Funkadelic going to go down, then Linus goes down. There's 2 frags, but the position is pretty decent. 3 versus 5 now though, and with Wolf dropping down to these scouts, it's going to be a round. So yeah, they get the extra round, and with only 2 minutes left, it's going to be a really tall order for Did I Stutter.
But I think Did I Stutter is in better shape than if they wouldn't have pushed. I think this is a more favourable exchange for Did I Stutter than what the alternative was, which was push against an Uber team onto Snakewater second, 6 versus 6, right?
Yeah, I have to agree, because by the time they would have got their Uber, it would have been another, like, what, 20, 30 seconds, and then they're just going to push in to an Uber and delay, but it's going to delay so much time. So again, they opted for this really aggressive bomb, so they bombed in and actually got 3 players this time. Yeah, they got Shifty in the bomb, so well played from Linus to take him down. And this time, unlike the previous middle, they actually got a number of extra frags. I think 2 or 3 extra frags. And now, yeah, 3 extra frags. So it's just Sideshow trying to go for this medic. Permzilla takes him down, plucks him from the air. So well played to him. And Furbo looks like he's... Yeah, well, Furbo was...
Were we lagging or were we pausing there for 2 seconds?
I think it was just Furbo. I only saw him just lagged out. So maybe it was just a quick pause, I'm not sure. Maybe just to gather their thoughts. I know they only have 1 minute.
I saw everyone standing still for a little bit, so I'm not 100%. But irrelevant, guys. We're just going to go on with what we see on the screen right here, and that is one team trying to get the Uber Force, and that is well played to Zoom. Our buddy Sideshow's not here. No, doesn't matter, and he actually gets out of there as well. No, he doesn't. So they get second, and this is exactly what they need. If they can get the round now, and do the same again, they can bring themselves back into it. But it's going to be a tall order, and they've already lost 3 players, so trying to push last 3 versus 4, and they're just going to get picked off. So that's going to be it for them. They can try and push once more if they even want to with 50 seconds remaining, but it's not going to achieve anything. They can get 1 round at best, and it's a shame. Again, it was a very close game, 1-1, and just losing that extra round to make it 2-2 with only what 7 minutes remaining. Yeah, there was the pause. So it was just a really short pause. It was a really short pause. Linus said I can still hear sounds with my game lagged out, but obviously with 40 seconds left on the clock, guys, it's going to be pretty much irrelevant. It might manage to make it a 3-2 to even make it a little bit worse for Did I Stutter, but they're going to have to try and hold on to the second point first. Fenrir's already sitting Like, it's fine. Permzilla said minor warning for not pausing. Like, it was irrelevant, obviously, with 50 seconds left on the clock. Centurion picks up the last kill. I cannot help but feel very, very bad for Did I Stutter here. But Furbo, Pandas, Spin, you gotta hand it to the guys. 5 map wins and 1 map loss so far. I don't think we expected them from them. We expected that from them in Division 1 this season.
Yeah, well, I was talking to Butnose before the game, and he said, you know, like they are one of the stronger teams, and they played together a few times over the past few weeks, and in the earlier games they were way weaker. So it just does seem like, even though they've had to change a couple of players, they've really got their act together very, very quickly, like extraordinarily quickly, and it's put them in really, really strong position for Prem now. So for Div 1, they're actually top of the division now, unless I'm mistaken. They should be.
I don't think Furbo's played 3 games yet.
Yeah, I think so. They're top of the division with 15 points, and yeah, it's perfect for them. That's where they want to be. They want to have teams have to chase them, and they're sitting pretty on 2 wins. So, you know, it was expected going into this game. Did I Stutter were the underdogs, but they put up a really great fight, and it's just a shame that a couple of pushes weren't so clinical. They didn't manage to get the round wins they needed, obviously, but you know, as a team, they weren't outclassed today. Even with a 7-2 scoreline, it wasn't you know, a one-sided game. So well played to them. It's a shame, but yeah, they'll go. They should see the positives of this, and they can go in and they can take this into their next games. And although they're looking to be one of the teams that would expect to be contesting to not be relegated, you know, they could actually contest versus some of the top teams, as they've just showed tonight.
We're going to have to wait and see. I'm very curious to actually see them throughout the rest of the seasons against the teams that might not be going into the Prem next season. I think that's going to be a very curious matchup, which we're going to be able to put our hands on and see, hey, you know what? These Did I Stutter guys, they're not actually too bad. And obviously we saw that tonight, but to see them win maps, I think that is something they're going to look forward to themselves either way. Furbo Panda's going to be happy with the second win this week, though. 2 days ago, they managed to pick up the win against the Rainbow Queens, 5-3, 6-3, and now they managed to pick up the win against Did I Stutter today, as they pick up a 7-2, 3-1 victory on Gullywash and Snakewater, respectively. Thanks so much for watching here at Team Fortress TV. As always, it has been a massive pleasure from myself, Pledge, and from Spin, and from John on the camera, guys. As always, it's a massive pleasure. Have a very good night. Please check out the VODs on youtube.com/teamfortress.tv. You can find all the matches of all the costs we've done throughout Season 15 and before. And obviously, tomorrow we have the big game. Epsilon Esports going up against Broder, a rematch of last season's grand final in week number 3 of ETF2L Season 15. It's going to be Granary and Snakewater for both of those fantastic teams. I would love to invite you guys to be here tomorrow at the exact same time, at the exact same place. Twitch.tv/teamfortress.tv. That is the place where you want to be, ladies and gentlemen. And until tomorrow, I'd like to wish you guys a very, very good night from all of us here at Team Fortress TV. Thanks so much for watching.